Let's learn about dividing fractions. We might be given the problem 7/10 divided by 3/5. To understand how to divide, we're going to have to learn this word called reciprocal. Reciprocal. Say it with me, please. Reciprocal. Where we have this in blue here, the reciprocal of 2/3 is 3/2. And then so what we did there is that we had taken the numerator and placed it into the denominator. And we took the denominator and placed it into the numerator. And then so the reciprocal of 2/3 is 3/2. What do you think the reciprocal of 3/5 is? Right, 5/3. So the reciprocal of 3/5 is 5/3. Now if we go back to our division problem, we're going to rewrite our division problem as a multiplication problem, where we'll write this number that we are dividing by, and we're dividing by, as a reciprocal now, and multiply it with that original number of 7/10. And so 7/10 divided by 3/5, again, all we do is we take the reciprocal of our divisor, that's what you see here, a reciprocal of our divisor, and multiply it back with the original number that we were dividing. And we know how to multiply. 7 times 5 is 35. 10 times 3 is 30. And so I have 35/30ths. What I didn't do is I didn't use common factors there. I should have done. So I'm going to have to simplify this even further than the 1 and 5/30ths. I have to divide by 5 and divide by 5 to get 1 and 1/6. So that's our number sentence, where we took the divisor and we made it the reciprocal of it. And the reason that this works is because multiplication and division are inverse operations of each other. So again, we have 2/5 divided by 3/7. Which of these fractions are we going to figure out a reciprocal for? Point at it. Hopefully you're pointing out at 3/7. What is the reciprocal of 3/7? Right, it's 7/3. And then so if we rewrite this, what kind of problem are we rewriting? A multiplication problem. Do we do anything with the 2/5? Hopefully you said no. If you didn't, that's okay. We're still learning. We look for any common factors. I don't see any. Let's multiply it out then. 2 times 7 in the numerator is 14, and 5 times 3 is 15. And right there, 14/15 is in simplest form. So if I rewrite that, so if I have a complete sentence here, let's read that whole sentence. 2/5 divided by 3/7 equals 14/15. All right, your turn to try. Remember to rewrite it as a multiplication problem using a reciprocal for 7/8, and then also remember to simplify. Hit pause. All right, our reciprocal of 7/8 is 8/7. We are rewriting this as a multiplication problem. So we have 4/5 times 8/7, which equals 32/35. And that there is in simplest form. That's your answer. So that 4/5 divided by 7/8 equals 32/35. Here we have 3/10 divided by 2/6, and this is another one for you. Hit pause. Again, we had to write an inverse for 2/6. Inverse is another name for reciprocal, and then so we invert that fraction, we make it 6/2. 2/6 and 6/2 are reciprocal fractions. We have a multiplication problem there, and we still multiply by 3/10. 3/10 times 6/2, 3 times 6 is 18, and 10 times 2 is 20, and then I can simplify from there. I like to do it in this manner, and remember, as long as your strategy is valid, then you'll still come up with that same answer of 9/10. If you did use a common factors approach, you would have canceled out the 6 here as being 2 times 3, and the 10 here as being 2 times 5. And that's why you would have ended up with 9 still, and 1 times 5 times 2 being 10, and that's supposed to be a multiplication sign. Alright, here's your review. We're going to do it in test format. What is the inverse fraction for 3/4? Could you say 4/3? Hope so. Inverse, just another name for reciprocal. 8/5. What is the reciprocal for 8/5? 5/8. And did you know that when we multiply reciprocal fractions that the product is 1? What is the reciprocal of 7/9? Think. Did you say 9/7? This is why reciprocals are so important. Why? Because they help us with what? Our division problems, right? And so if I had 2/3 divided by 1/4, which of those fractions, point at it, would I have to have the reciprocal for? Right, 1/4. And what is the reciprocal of 1/4? It is 4/1. You could just say 4 as well. And then in that case, we would just be multiplying a fraction by a whole number. I'll keep it like this so it looks like some of those other slides that we've been looking at. What are we going to do next? Multiply the 2 times the 4 to get 8, and the 3 times the 1 to get 3. Are we done? Nope. We still have to do what? Simplify. What is the simplest form of 8 and 8/3? Did you say 2 and 2/3? If so, I guess you passed the test this time. Just follow the steps, figuring out that reciprocal and multiplying it with what it is that you are dividing. And remember to put things back in simplest form.